Now going over to question 15, we always start with the prompt, and this one's asking us to use data to complete the statement. Now this is a data question, better known as a command of evidence question. For these, you want to start with the prompt like we did, then make sense of the text in your own words, then figure out how the data illustrates that claim in the text, and finally, look at the answer choices. So let's start doing this. The text here says, this fungi benefits many plants, increasing the mass of some. A student conducted an experiment to illustrate this. The student chose 3 plant species, including 2 that are fungal hosts, species that benefit from the fungi, and 1 non-host, one that doesn't benefit and may even be harmed by the fungi. The student then grew several plants from each species, both in soil containing the fungi and in soil that had been treated to kill the fungi. After several weeks, the student measured the plant's average mass and was surprised to discover. So we're looking for a surprise here, and a surprise to what claim? Let's see. Now the main claim is that the fungi benefits many plants, but the way the experiment was put together, some of the plants that were being measured were hosts that are known to benefit from the fungi, and some were non-mycorrhizal species. In other words, the ones that typically don't benefit from fungi and may even be harmed by the fungi. So what the student was maybe expecting, the expectation was the idea that the fungi are going to benefit the plants. So the plants are going to grow more when they have the fungi on them. And let's see what surprising results came from the data. So here we see the average mass of the plants. This is the one grown in the host. Here we have the hosts, and the hosts had their average masses recorded in soil that had the fungi and in soil that was treated to kill the fungi. So there the effect is being proven that the fungus is more beneficial to plants that are hosts. But I think what is surprising here is that broccoli is not known to be a host for the fungi, and yet when it was in the soil that had the fungi, it actually improved as well. Even though, as far as we knew before this experiment, the ones that are not hosts may even be harmed by the fungi, but that wasn't what showed up here. So if we're looking for something that's surprising, it's exactly that. The one that was supposed to be harmed actually was helped by the fungi. And which answer says that? Let's start reading. So let's look at answer choice A. Broccoli grown in soil containing the fungi had a slightly higher average mass than broccoli grown in soil that had been treated to kill the fungi. That's exactly what was surprising to me as well, because that one was not supposed to be a host for the fungi, so we'll leave that for later. B. Corn grown in soil containing the fungi had a higher average mass than broccoli grown in soil containing the mycorrhizal fungi. Well, that doesn't really prove anything because we have corn versus broccoli, and the corn is supposed to have the higher average mass because it's a host. It's supposed to benefit from fungi. That's what it means to be a host. So we can get rid of B. So now answer choice C says marigolds grown in soil containing the fungi had a higher average mass than marigolds grown in soil that had been treated to kill the fungi. Well, marigolds are a host, and so they're supposed to benefit from having the fungi, so there's just nothing surprising there. Now going to answer choice D, corn had the highest average mass of all 3 species grown in soil that had been treated to kill the fungi. Well, that's just actually not true, because the highest mass in soil treated to kill the fungi, which is this column right here, that's the 7, that's the broccoli. So if the word broccoli were here, this would be correct. So we can get rid of this one, and the answer for 15 ends up being A.